All right, before we start this video, first of all, I would like to say that I speak and explain things very slowly. And that might be a problematic for you if you're looking for a video that is very fast paced. But in my point of view, it doesn't really work because, when I have to explain the tools and the techniques, you can, catch the explanation and understand the explanation very well when somebody speaks very slowly. That's just my point of view. However, we can go down in the tool of your video and then speed it up to make the video even faster if you like. Second, it's always useful to come back to the video whenever necessary because you might forget what I just explained. And in order to revisit the video, make sure that you save the video for future reference. And third, go down in the description below and then click on the link in order to download the software. Unless you already have the software, that's fine. But if you don't have it, go down in the description below and then click the link in order to download the software to try it out by yourself. Best way to learn anything. And then if you like, I'm more than happy to provide you the raw photo that I'm using for this video so that you can practice it on your own. And that way, you will never forget any tools and you can actually learn a lot faster. Now, let's jump into the video. Enjoy photography. Should you upgrade to SILKYPIX Developer Studio Pro 12? Or you should stay with SILKYPIX Developer Studio Pro 11? That's a very good question and I understand you. So to clear this confusion, I'm going to export same image from both software. Now I have SILKYPIX Developer Studio Pro 12 open. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to select an image. Here, for example, I think I'm going to either select the Cinque Terre or this Colosimo, for example. I think the Cinque Terre is a better choice. The reason behind is that the Colosseum lacks a little bit of a color. Like I have just blue and the Colosseum. Cinque Terre, you have more than that. So you can also judge the software even by their quality of the color rendering. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open that in the adjustment. And then I'm going to go down into the demosaicing engine, make sure that it stays in the clear view. I'm going to explain you why later. Once it's done, I'm going to make sure that the sharpening stays in default. Noise reduction also in default. Okay. And then one thing I would like to do though is to make sure when I go to export, to make sure that everything is clean and I'm not manipulating anything to convince anyone, that I'm going to go to settings, make sure it's the high quality. I'll go to enhance setting, make sure that unsharp mark is 0. And the SILKYPIX 12, I'm going to capitalize it with the SP. And I don't know if I can put this thing on top. Edit data. Aha, there you go. I can maybe put it on top. And preview. Okay. There you go. Perfect. So this is there so that you can see it. This is SILKYPIX 12. Then I'm going to export it by changing the name SP12 and export. Now, if you have both software, unfortunately, you cannot open SILKYPIX 11, sorry. So you need to close SILKYPIX 11, 12, whatever it is. One have to be closed in order to open another one. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm going to save your time by making a pause on my recording. Now we are in the same folder, but now in SILKYPIX Developer Studio Pro 11. Now we're going to, where are we? We're in Cinque Terre. I'm going to open the whole image. I'll do the same thing. I'll make sure the noise reduction standard or default, sharpening default 2. Then the demosaic engine is clear view. Nothing is touched. Then I'll go to export. I'll do exact same thing that I did before. Settings, high quality, enhance setting, unsharp mark to none, nothing, none. And then SILKYPIX edit data here, and then OK. No, it didn't go there. So edit data, I'll move it over there in the middle. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Now I'll do exact same thing. I will click develop, make sure that it's in the same folder, and change the name to separate it. SP11 and develop. Perfect. Let's answer your question. So SILKYPIX 11, 12, 11, 12. So globally, there's not much of a change if you don't do anything. Let's zoom in. Aha! Now you see a difference. Now you see some sort of difference here. Let's zoom down. This is to let you know which one is what. So SILKYPIX 11, SILKYPIX 12. And let's look at the size. They're both same size. So it's the same engine essentially. But I'm going to zoom in quite a bit to 100%. You see that there is a subtle change into the quality of the image. In 100%, you still have a little bit of grain in both, but quite less in SILKYPIX 12. But again, I'm not convinced because still you need to really work hard to look for trouble. Now I'm going to do another test. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to select one of the tools such as either contrast or dehaze to see is there any change on both. So I'm going to save pause. And then to save you some time, I'm going to just add some dehaze, 100% dehaze on both image and then export it. But I'm going to save you some time by pausing it. Now you have two images side by side. What I did is that I increased to 100% dehaze both in SILKYPIX 11 and 12. And difference are magnificent. Now, this is where you need to know where you want to sacrifice. When I went all the way to 100 on dehaze to SILKYPIX 11, it did kinda, I'm sorry to say, made the image quite kind of, let's say, ugly. At the same time, art cannot be ugly. So when I say ugly, it means that it has this, for a digital image, it does not look clean. However, it does look like an old print image. So from an artistic point of view, the SILKYPIX image is quite different. It looks like you scanned a printed image that is very old. That's it. Where overall, the SILKYPIX 12, it looks a lot contrasty, as if you added some contrast and more saturated by using exact same slide. The bright became brighter and dark became darker. And my face, if you look at it, got a bit more red. So anything, again, so increase in saturation, increase in contrast, and the image looks, in my opinion, clean though. However, the shadow detail, for example, my camera, the Fuji, my camera is much more visible
in SILKYPIX 11 than SILKYPIX 12. Now, there is another significant change, that the amount of grain, I don't know if it's a grain or a hollow, are much more visible in SILKYPIX 11 than SILKYPIX 12. And in my opinion, if you want to have more details similar to SILKYPIX 11, then all you have to do is to make sure that you play with your shadow. So you can just increase some shadow if you want to. And that's about it. And then if you find it too saturated, you can just reduce a little bit of saturation. And then it should give you a very nice image. So apart from, let's say, a beautiful and more organized interface of SILKYPIX 12 and the new tools such as Soft, I also find that dehaze, I mean, when you play with your different tools, the SILKYPIX 12 give you a better result. But if you don't do any kind of edit, or you do subtle edit and you're happy with your previous interface, then I think SILKYPIX 11 is still pretty amazing tool. I only have one problem, which is that when you go to the demosaic engine, the clear view gave me hollow look like that, which is a little bit reduced in my opinion in SILKYPIX 12, provided you did some edit, and quality looks much better after edit. But so as you saw, as I showed you, so without almost any editing, they both look almost practically the same. When you do edit and then you export afterward, there are a lot of change. So it's up to you. I recommend you to download it on your own and then play with the software yourself. I have it. I'm quite happy with it. I was always happy with my previous SILKYPIX from 10. You know me. I've been using this software and made video on this software from 2021. I'm probably the only one keep making videos on it. So I don't need to justify my love for SILKYPIX, even though I use DxO, even though I use Capture One, and even though I use time to time Luminar. But SILKYPIX will remain my choice of editing. So that's my opinion. I hope that you were convinced for you buying the new version or not. Please let me know in the comment section below, and I see you in future video. Bye bye.